Hey, and welcome to the Inner Child Sessions, a space where we reconnect with the parts of ourselves that still remembers joy, wonder, and play. I'm Michaela. I'll be your host for this amazing series. And if you grew up in the 90s like me, you probably remember those 64 count Crayola crayons, begging your parents for money so that way you can buy things at the book fair, or playing outside until the street lights came on. I know for me, the streetlights was a huge one. If you got caught by them, just know you were not allowed to go outside the next day. You had to be in before they came on. And I know that's the same for a lot of people raised in the 90s. But those weren't just fun memories. They were the foundation of a lot of people's childhood. So in this first episode, we're going to explore what the inner child really is, why it matters, and I'll guide you through a short meditation to meet your own inner child. So, what is the inner child? You might ask. You may have heard the terminology. You may be completely new to it. So let me explain just a tad. The inner child is the part of you that still carries your earliest experiences. So that's going to be both the joys and the wounds, the good and the bad. It's the part of you that loves to play, imagine, and create. It's also the part that remembers those moments when you felt unseen, unsafe, or maybe you felt like you just weren't good enough. When we reconnect with our inner child, we give ourselves permission to experience more joy, compassion, and healing in this present moment. So a lot of the times I like to reiterate to my clients, it's not about going back. It's about integrating those pieces into who we are right now, meeting ourselves in this year, in this date, and just being mindful that we can move forward. Think about it. As kids, we were endlessly curious. We build forts out of couch cushions, get lost in books, make up dances in the living room with our cousins, with no fear of looking silly to our family. We were actually happy to show off these dance moves. I know I was. Somewhere along the way, adult life taught us to be serious. We lost that freedom. We wanted to be more efficient, more polished, more perfect. But that playful, curious part of you is still there. When you make time for your inner child, you open up space for joy, creativity, and even healing those old wounds. For me, it shows up in small rituals. Growing up, the book fair was my thing. I literally go through each family member, giving them a call to ask, hey, do you have $5 or maybe $10? I got an A on my report card, I remember. So that's how I would essentially get them to give me some money. And after going through a few family members, I had what I needed. So as an adult, I keep that spirit alive by wandering around Barnes and Nobles once a month. I go in with no list, no budget. And I just honor that same sense of wonder for when I used to walk into the library and see that Scholastic Book Fair set up. In one of my more recent conversations, I took a dive into some ways that you can connect with your inner child. I actually hosted that conversation over on Clubhouse, so I'll be sure to make sure that I link that conversation in the description for this episode, so that way you can go back and listen to it. Now, as far as rituals go, you find what works best for you to honor your inner child. If it was, painting or coloring, try that. One of the questions that I like to lead with in my sessions, my one-on-one sessions, is what is something that your younger self used to do that you no longer do? And try to pick up on those things again. So, before we move into the last section of this conversation, which is our guided meditation, I do want to invite you to take a deeper dive into understanding your inner child and building a stronger connection with him or her. In my one-on-one sessions, we work together to build a toolbox of things that can help you in your own unique way. Your first session is completely free, so you can try it out with no strings attached. Click that link in the description to book your session. And let's move into a guided meditation here. So I will give you just a moment to get comfortable. Find a quiet place if you can, or just a comfortable place where you can remain for about the next few minutes. So let's try a short meditation together. If you're driving or moving around, save this for later. Otherwise, find a comfortable position, close your eyes, and take a slow, deep breath. Inhale through the nose and exhale slowly through the mouth. And let's do that 2 more times. Now, imagine yourself walking into a place from your childhood where you feel safe. It could be your old bedroom, a playground, a tree house, or even your grandma's house. Notice the details that you see around you, the colors, the smells, and the sounds too. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. As you take this in, imagine a younger version of yourself walking into this space. Notice how old they are, what they're wearing, and how they're looking at you. Greet them warmly. Let them know that you are here for them. Silently repeat after me. I am safe. I am loved. I am enough. Notice how your inner child responds. Do they smile? Do they run toward you? Do they just need to sit quietly for a moment? Take another slow breath in through your nose and a gentle exhale out through your mouth. Whenever you're ready, thank your inner child for showing up today. Thank them for being open to this relationship with you. Slowly bring your awareness back to the present. Maybe wiggle your fingers, move your toes, open your eyes slowly, and take a moment just to notice how you feel. If you like to go deeper, grab a notebook and write down this question. What did my inner child need most today? And how can I give that to myself this week? Sometimes the answers are simple. More play, you might need more rest, more assurance. But the key is listening. So again, I do want to thank you for joining me for this very first episode of the Inner Child Sessions. In our next episode, we'll explore the power of play, why fun is not just nice to have, but it's essential for growth and for healing. If this meditation resonated with you,